Okay, today we're going to be working in Excel, and you'll be working on this project for a few days. What is going to happen is you're going to be given $10,000 to spend on anything that you want to spend. And you're going to set up your worksheet so that you can automatically deduct and find out where you stand and how much of the $10,000 you've spent. So I'm going to help you do this. You want to click on the first listen to this whole all the way through. If you need to come back and watch this, that's fine. But as you watch this, I'm going to show you slowly what you can do, and you can come back and refer to this video. The bottom of your doc, keep in mind that I'm on a PC, I'm not on a Mac. I don't have the doc across the bottom, but you have the W for Word. Next to it, you should have an X right along the dock there. There should be an X. If you can't find the X, it may be up in recent places. But anyway, that's the X is the Excel sheet. And it should end up looking a little bit like this on the inside of it. Across the top, it will have the same sort of headings that you had in Word. So it will have File, Edit, View, Tools, Format, Insert, those same types of things. So today what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the A column. These are columns. A is a column, B is a column, C is a column. The rows are the numbers. Consider the rows, row 2, row 3. So when I say column A, I'm talking about column A, and then I'll say A, I'm saying the column first, A2. So go to A2, and in A2 I want you to type the word date. You're going to click on the caps lock key and type date. Click off the caps lock key, and right above it you'll see a tab key. It's called a tab key. You're going to tab to B2, always saying the column first or the letter first and then the number. Go to B2 and you're going to type description. It will also be in capital letters. So go ahead and click on the caps lock key. As you notice, it is going over into the C column. We're going to change that by, we're going to try to make a T out of the lines here. So I'm not exactly sure on the Mac, but I believe if you go to the top, you hold down the mouse, just like as if you were highlighting in Word to underline a word to make it bold. You highlight and you drag over. And I want you to drag all the way over to where that other line was for C, and then stop. Then you will tab over to the C column. When you go to the C column, you're going to make sure the tabs lock is not on. You want to be in the C2 column. Type in the word deposits, capital letter. When you are there, once you are there, and you are going to tab over to D2, and you're going to type expenses, or this is what your items are costing. Make it a capital or caps lock, and type in expenses. You notice that goes over a little bit too. So let's make some room for it in the font. You're going to click the column. When you're there, you go up, click the column, it becomes this T, and drag that over like that. Okay, so you should have date, description, deposits, expenses. Now what I want you to do is come down to A3 and click on it, and you're going to type in the date. We're just going to type October. Oh, we had that on caps lock, that's why. O-C-T. Don't worry about a period. And let's write October 5th. Tab over. The item that we're going to buy is, I'm going to buy some skis, capital S-K-I-I-S. I'm going to tab over. In this column, you're going to put $10,000 without commas. And that's going to be how much money you get to spend. And over here will be your expenses. Okay? So, let's say that C's cost $750. You're not going to worry about the dollar signs or anything. You're just going to go $750. Okay. So now it's a little bit hard to tell exactly what you're working on, and professionals don't really add what we're going to be adding to this, but And when you get very good with Excel worksheets, you won't have to add all the extra symbols in there, but that's what I want you to do right now. I want you to learn how to do that. So you're going to go over to column A and to the cell A3. These are called cells. You're going to click on it, and remember up across the top of yours there was a title saying format. You're going to click on the format, and it's going to show cells. Just like when you would click on format and see document, or click on insert and go all the way down and see clip art. You're going to click on format and see cells. On mine, it's over here on the right hand side. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom and click format cells. I've noticed that what I've typed into the cell over here is a date. I'm going to look over here and I'm going to see, click on date and see lots of choices for date. I want you to click on the first one, which will be the month, the day, and then the full year. So that makes sure that one's highlighted, and then click OK and you're going to see what happens. It types in just like that. Let's make that cell a little bit lighter too by clicking on it and dragging it over a little bit. You're going to see, you're thinking, oh, it's going to overlap, but what it does, it just moves everything over for you. We're going to go over to deposits, and this is just for practice. There are ways of highlighting everything going all the way down, but click on this, go to format across the top for you, but on me it's the side right here. I'm going to click on format cells, and what I'm doing over here is I'm doing currency. Just click on the first one for currency. It should look like just like this. That's how I want it to look. 2 decimal places. Click OK. I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing over here. Format, format cells, and you're formatting for the currency. So currency. Okay. So basically you're going to see this right across here. Let's make the deposit cell a little bit wider too. So now you can see everything spread out a little bit. So we're starting in column A3, or cell A3. I want you to click here, and I want you to go all the way down to 18. You're going to enter in 15 things here. I want you to go over to format, which is across the top for you, over on the side for me on this one. Format cells. Once again, that's the date. So now we're going to format the whole column so that every time you type in a date, it will come up with the right exact format like that. Okay. We're going to go over here to expenses, click on expenses, go all the way down. You're holding the mouse key down to highlight. Just like you highlight in Word, you're doing the same thing. You're going to go across the top and find format. I'm going to format my cells. I'm going to do currency. You should see something that looks like this. Currency. And it looks just like this. It's here. Oops, sorry. I didn't have no currency, sorry. I just had on the number. I'll make sure on currency so that I have all those symbols too. Alright? So I want you to enter in another date, so let's say October 20th. What you really want to do is go in order, although we can change that, but right now just October 16th. I want you to type in TV, let's say. I don't want you to necessarily type in these same things. Tab over again. Let's say it's 821. Once you go over to this column right here and click it, it's going to automatically format everything that you've done here so far. Okay, so I want you to come back over to date, enter the date, tab over to an item, whatever you want to call it, tab over to the expenses. Now let's say you don't really know what the cost of things are, so you are allowed to spend 10 minutes searching for the items so you get an idea of what it costs. No more than 10 minutes. It's not for playing games, it's for researching to find out how much an item costs. Remember, once you are done and throughout, don't forget to save as. And you want to save this as the EXCEL Excel number 1. Okay, so Excel 1. I don't know if it's going to save as number 1, so just do Excel 1. And you're going to upload it to Schooloop for me. Once I've seen that you have 15 things on here, then we will work on our running total. We'll work on highlighting some of the things in the cells, making your worksheet a little cleaner and neater and much more attractive. All right?